Sassy Scrappers, how you doing today? This is Steph from Stephssassyscrappers, and I am a CM Creative Memories advisor. I have to remember what I am. I'm a Creative Memories advisor from Central Iowa, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me. Last Thursday, I guess it was, I did a quick easy page using some scraps, some 2-inch scraps across the top of 2 pages. And today I'm going to show you how to use 1-inch scraps. Okay, this is some scraps that I had from the Legacy of Love, and I always keep anything 1 inch or above. So I had some here, and I've got a couple other pieces of paper here. If I need to cut some more, I can. But these, like I said, are just leftovers that I've had from other projects that I've done. And so I wanted to jump on here and show you another layout that you can do that is quick and easy, and you can adjust it, however it works for you. But let's take a look at this one, okay? So I am going to spotlight my tabletop, and hopefully you can see it there. Looks like I need to keep going up a little bit there. You should be able to see it. I can kind of somewhat get it square. So anyway, we are going to start off, like I said, by cutting some 1-inch strips. Now, I don't even know how many I have here. And I don't know if that's going to be the right amount or not. 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 10, I guess, here. So 10 1x12s, or if you have some that are a little bit shorter, we can make that work too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. So I'm going to take just a few of them, cut them together, stack them, and cut them at 4 inches. Okay, so there's my 4. So I'm going to have an 8-inch strip and a 4-inch strip. And I'm going to do that with all of them, so that I have some different lengths that I can make more variety. See, this one isn't even 12 inches, but that's okay. We'll have a 4-inch and probably a 6-inch or whatever it is. Another beautiful day here in Iowa. Starting to feel like football season, and the Iowa State Cyclones, yay, they won yesterday. Sorry if you're from Kansas, but all righty. Here we go, getting lined up there. And so now we have some 4-inch strips and some 8-inch strips. Now, what I'm going to do is I got out my 13 by 13 mat, and on this mat, as you can see, I have extended the lines for the 60 degree, the 45 already goes all the way, and the 30. So the 60 and the 30 and the 45s, I have extended out. So when I put a piece of paper on here, and I can use my tape to kind of hold it in place. This is mint tape. You can get it from scrapbooks.com, and it won't pull off the color on your paper and stuff. So there, that gets it so it's not going to move on me. Okay. Then I'm going to start taking some of my strips and putting them on an angle. Now, how am I going to get my angle? How am I going to get that straight and know that I'm staying within the right angle that I want? Well, I can do a 45. That comes all the way up there, but how in the heck are you going to do a 45? That ain't going to work. So I made a little template, and I'm going to put it right here. And this is a 30-degree angle. So I'm going to run mine at 30 degrees. Ooh, that 8-inch strip's not long enough, is it? So that's okay. We're just going to move. Let's put a 4-inch in there. And we have to make sure that when you do this, that the bottom point, that your whole paper is on your cardstock. So there's my 30-degree angle. And I'm going to line up my card or my paper right beside that. And then actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use another little piece of tape. I'm going to take this 30-degree angle down until I get it going good. Okay. Oh, and then I moved it. Okay. It lined up just right. There we go. There, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to put it right along there so it covers up everything. And then I'll take another little strip, or I could take a big strip and put here, and then we'll just cut that off, okay? So there's one. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit here. Let's put, what shall we do? Oh, here's a dark one. Let's put this one. And it won't go all the way, obviously, either. So, like that. A short one here. And we're just going to do it like we're laying a floor, laying tile or whatever. And just kind of lay them down here first to see what color patterns and stuff you like. Okay. And we haven't used this yet, so let's use this. And we'll bring that clear over that way. And what sharp we haven't used this one. So we'll put that one there. And let's go one more here. What haven't we used? We used that one. I think we've used them all. I do. So we can kind of start over with something. What should we do? We want something lighter down here probably. And then how about that first one we used? Have any more of that? Here it is. Put that over here. Now, look at that. I think this one must be a little bit over an inch. So let me pour my trimmer back out here and make sure that I didn't cut it back. Just stick it right on that inch line. It looks like I cut it crooked. That's the problem. And I always like to use the right side of my trimmer for small pieces of paper. Okay. We'll do that. And then when we remove this, we've got a little spot there. Okay. Now we could actually, if we wanted to do another one, but that's going to run it past the corner. So I don't think so. I think we'll just do this. So I am going to adhere these down and put my little thing back here so I can make sure that I start my lines correctly. And again, make sure that you get all of your paper so that your point at the bottom down here is even with your cardstock. We'll clip off the extra, but we want to make sure that it all covers that cardstock. Here we go. Line that up and just run that right off the end. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. Line it up, making sure that this point is on the edge of the cardstock or beyond. I mean, you can go ahead and go beyond it too if you want to. Now, if you're doing a 2-page spread, which most of mine are, but I found that I'm trying to be a little bit pickier on my pictures that I use. So some of them aren't all 2-page spreads anymore. But if you do, what I would suggest is doing it in the top left and the bottom right of that 2-page spread. Now, what we're going to do here, remember to get all of that paper on There. Just a little bit there. Okay. We're just going to do a small little one down in this corner, not big like up here. But if you would do a 2-page spread, you actually could do, you know, the same sized one down in the bottom right corner as you did up here. Once again, making sure that that paper runs off the edge. Move it over a little bit. Okay, it lined up well. Up here. There. Okay. So now I'm going to take that 30-degree angle off. I might use it down here in the corner, but I'll lift this up a little bit. I think I loosened it up yesterday to get it closer to something, and I think it's sinking. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and take my tape off. I'm going to flip them over. And you can do this with a trimmer if you want, or just with your scissors, whichever works best for you. I'm just going to cut it right along the edge of that cardstock. Okay, I'm going to turn it and do the same thing over here. Right along the edge. And it's a lot easier to do from the back side than it is the front side because you can see the edge of that cardstock more easily there. Okay, so there's our top corner. Kind of cool, huh? We put some embellishing up here, and I think I'm going to look when we get done to see if I have a border strip that I could use there. Okay, so now we're going to do a similar thing down here. So I'm going to bring my 30-degree angle in again. And put it this way. Line it up. Put it down. And then use my angles because I'm still using a 30-degree angle, so I can turn my papers. Oh, you're still, there we go. Turn my papers and use that same angle that I just cut off. This is one I just cut off. Okay. So I can go right up along that 30-degree and look at there. My edge is pretty good. I need to just adjust it just a little bit. Bring it down just a little. And follow that 30-degree. There we go. That's almost perfect. Okay. See if I have anything else here that I could use this here because it covers it all. So I'm just going to take that repo that was on there because that was the back side. And take that repo and just rub it off with my finger. Put a little on the opposite side. And line that up right here. Okay, and there again, I just cut a little bit off. Okay, so the next strip, what color are we going to go with next? Put a brown in here. Now, looky here. Can't do that. I've got to come all the way down to where that strip would touch. Okay. And then we can run this one all the way over. And I think I'll just do one more. This one here. And which one are we missing? Oh, this one. I don't know if this is long enough or not. It is. So we'll do this down here on this opposite corner. And I still have strips left. Okay. So let's adhere these down. And I think I did that first one. I need a little bit more under this edge here. For that one. Okay. I've got to make sure that this corner over here comes off the edge. Still not far enough. There we go. Okay. It's good. Line this one up. There we go. And this one. And once again, I have to make sure that that gets off the edge. Line up with that one. And again, that has to go clear off the edge. Okay, so there's that end. And I'm going to take my 30-degree angle back again. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flip it over and cut off our excess. That side. And that side. Okay, so there's kind of a cool page with some color in it. Let's see what we've got here. I have over 4 inches, so I'm going to take it and cut it at 4 inches. And guess what? Another 1-inch strip. I'm going to open up my arm and cut it 6 inches. Whoop. And I think I'll probably put these, in there, something like that, except I'm going to look here because I know they had some cool borders and some I would need more than one, obviously, or to put 2 different ones on. And these are all different. That's what I wish they would do more of the same in a package. Or I need to get 2. Or I could punch a border maker cartridge or a border or something, but let's see what they've got with the stickers. Got some stickers here. And this little case that I keep my laser cuts in, it's just a little thing that I make to make it easier to get into them because I can get into them this way. But when I slide them in my Power Project folder, they don't get bent and stuck then because that sleeve goes in instead. Okay, so I've got some borders here. I could use the gray. I've got the black. I don't know that I really am crazy about either one of those. We have more, well, we have more gray in it, I guess, than black. Or there's the white. No, I don't know. Maybe I'll just punch something. But for right now, since I only have so much time, I would go something like this. And these are some of the, I could put family up here. I just realized, I think you guys are looking at this upside down, aren't you? Oh, that's real cool. I could put the tree of life thing down here, maybe. What else could we put up there with family? Line over there. Let's see what we got for stickers. And that says the early years. Okay, we've got all kinds of stickers. Maybe we could use the clock over here somewhere. Of course, if I'm going to have something there, I probably need something down here rather than over here, don't I? I could do that and put this down here and tuck a little something in behind. Some feathers or flower. Wish I had some more of those hearts. I don't like that feather. I could put a couple of those flowers back in there. Just an idea. Don't know that that's probably what I'm going to do, but just an idea there of what you can do. And I still think that it would look great with a border punch across where that came. You could even put one on this side if you want to. But there, since we're upside down, go that way further. There is the layout. Okay, so 1-inch strips, just attach them at 30-degree angles, and you got it made. There it is. So I hope you enjoy that quick little page and hope that you try it out and let me know how you like it, okay? Stay sassy, girls. Bye-bye.